Welcome to Gold Cipher. Today we are covering exactly how to file a tax extension before April 15th, what it actually gives you, the one rule most people get wrong that costs real money, and the step-by-step process to do it in under 5 minutes, completely free. Let's get into it. You want to file a tax extension. Here is the first thing to understand. A tax extension is free, automatic, and takes less than 5 minutes. No approval required. No explanation needed. The IRS grants it to anyone who asks before April 15th. That is the good news. Now here is the thing most people get wrong that costs real money. An extension gives you 6 more months to file your return paperwork, but your tax payment is still due on April 15th. Not October 15th, April 15th. If you owe money and do not pay by April 15th, the failure to pay penalty runs at 0.5% per month from that date, regardless of your extension. Understanding this one distinction determines whether a tax extension saves you money or costs you money. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to file the extension, what to pay by April 15th, and every common mistake to avoid. The most important concept in this entire video: extension to file, not to pay. I want you to say that to yourself: extension to file, not to pay. What Form 4868 gives you is 6 additional months to submit your tax return paperwork. Your new filing deadline becomes October 15th, 2026. The extension is automatic. The IRS does not review it, does not send you a confirmation letter, and does not ask why you need more time. As long as you file before April 15th, you are covered. Here is what the extension does not do. It does not move your payment deadline. Any taxes you owe are still due on April 15th, 2026. If you file the extension, feel relieved, and pay nothing until October, you have been accumulating failure to pay penalties and interest since April 16th. On a $5,000 balance, 6 months of compounding penalty and interest adds several $100s to your bill. The correct approach: estimate your tax liability, pay that amount by April 15th, then file the complete return by October 15th. How much do you actually need to pay by April 15th to avoid penalties? The IRS uses what is called the 90% safe harbor rule. If you pay at least 90% of your total 2025 tax liability by April 15th, you are treated as in compliance. The remaining balance paid by October 15th will owe interest, but generally avoids the 0.5% monthly failure to pay penalty. 3 ways to estimate your liability. First, look at last year's tax return. If your income and situation are similar, your 2024 total tax is a solid baseline. Pay that amount and you are almost certainly safe. Second, run a draft calculation in tax software. TurboTax and H&R Block let you enter your information and calculate your liability without actually submitting anything. Third, use the IRS withholding estimator at irs.gov/W4 app. When it comes to paying, use IRS Direct Pay at irs.gov/payments, free, immediate, no account required. Alternatively, making a payment there and checking the extension box automatically files your extension. No separate Form 4868 needed. Filing Form 4868 is one of the simplest things in the entire tax system. There are 4 options, all free. Option 1. IRS Free File at irs.gov/free file. Go to the Free File Fiable Forms, enter your name, address, and social security number, estimate your total tax liability, and enter any amount you are paying today. Submit electronically, and you receive an immediate confirmation. Option 2. Commercial Tax Software. TurboTax, H&R Block, TaxAct, every major platform has extension filing built in. 3 minutes from login to confirmation. Option 3, the simplest. Make your estimated payment at irs.gov/payments and select extension as the reason. That single action simultaneously pays your estimate and files your extension. No separate form required. Option 4. Print and mail Form 4868. Use certified mail with return receipt so you have proof of the postmark. The absolute non-negotiable: all options must be completed by April 15th, 2026. Extensions are not retroactive under any circumstances. You cannot file on April 16th and have it applied. Form 4868 is literally one page and takes under 5 minutes. Let me walk you through every field. You need your full legal name and your spouse's name if filing jointly. Your current mailing address. Your social security number. That is all the identity information required. Line 4. Your estimated total tax liability for 2025. This is your total tax bill before withholding and payments. Use last year's Form 1040 line 24 as your reference point if your situation is similar. Tax software can calculate this in draft mode. Line 5. Total payments already made. Add up all federal withholding from your W-2s and 1099s, plus any quarterly estimated tax payments you made during 2025. Lines 6 and 7. Subtract line 5 from line 4. If the result is positive, that is your estimated balance due. Pay that amount, or at least 90% of it, with your extension. If your payments already cover your estimated liability, no additional payment is required. The entire form takes less time to complete than this explanation. 6 valid reasons to file a tax extension. 1. You are still waiting on documents. AK, 1 from a partnership or S corporation, a corrected 1099, B from your brokerage or foreign income documentation. Do not rush and file with incorrect numbers. You will need to file an amended return later, which costs more time and money. 2. Your return is complex. Business income, rental properties, multiple states, significant capital gains, these take time to do correctly. An extension gives your preparer time to do thorough work. 3. Your preparer is overwhelmed. Quality tax professionals are extremely busy in April. 4. Life happened. Divorce, death in the family, medical emergency, job loss. The extension system exists for exactly these situations. 5. You owe but cannot pay everything. File the extension, pay what you can, and stop the 5% failure to file penalty. 6. You are abroad or have a SEP-IRA. Americans outside the U.S. on April 15th get an automatic June 15th deadline. Filing Form 4868 extends it to October 15th. And if you have a SEP-IRA, the extension gives you until October 15th to make contributions, up to $70,000 for 2026. After filing your extension, 5 things to do. First, no confirmation letter from the IRS is completely normal. If you filed electronically, save your confirmation number. If you mailed, keep your certified mail receipt. You are covered. Second, put October 15th, 2026 in your calendar right now with a 30-day advance reminder. Every year, people file extensions, feel relieved, and then miss October 15th too. Missing the extended deadline means the failure to file penalty applies all the way back to April 15th. Third, use the extra time productively. Contact your financial institutions immediately for missing 1099s. Follow up with partnership or S-Corp administrators for K-1s. The sooner your documents arrive, the sooner your preparer can work on your return. Fourth, check your state's rules separately. California and New York generally recognize the federal extension, but other states require separate action. Fifth, if you have not made your estimated payment yet, go to irs.gov/payments today. Every day without payment accrues interest. 5 mistakes, any one of which can cost you more than the extension saves you. Mistake 1. Not paying anything by April 15th. Filing the extension and sending $0 means the failure to pay penalty and interest run on your full balance for the entire 6 months. Always pay something. Mistake 2. Paying less than 90% of what you owe. If you owe $5,000 and only pay $2,000, penalties and interest run on the $3,000 gap for 6 months. Estimate on the high side, if you overpay, you get a refund. Mistake 3. Missing October 15th. Set calendar reminders today, 30 days out and 7 days out. A return filed after October 15th is treated as late from April 15th, meaning the failure to file penalty applies retroactively. Mistake 4. Assuming the federal extension covers your state. It does not in every state. Check your state revenue department's website right now. Mistake 5, possibly the most common. Confusing an extension with a payment plan. An extension delays filing paperwork. An IRS installment agreement at irs.gov/OPA addresses paying money you owe over time. Completely separate programs. State extensions are where people get tripped up even after doing everything right federally. The federal Form 4868 does not automatically extend your state filing deadline in every state. Here is how to think about it. Some states fully follow the federal extension. California and New York generally grant automatic state extensions when you have filed a federal extension. You do not need to file a separate state form in those states if you do not owe any state tax. Some states require a separate state extension form filed by the state's own deadline. Virginia and New Jersey are examples. Other states require a separate estimated payment by the original state deadline even if the filing deadline is extended. The safest approach: do not assume anything. After filing your federal extension today, go directly to your state's Department of Revenue website and verify whether a separate form or payment is required. This takes 10 minutes and could save you state penalties. If you live in a state with no income tax, Texas, Florida, Nevada, this does not apply to you. Several special situations change how the extension rules apply to you. First, Americans abroad. If you are a U.S. citizen or resident living outside the United States on April 15th, you automatically receive a 2-month extension to June 15th, 2026, no form required. Filing Form 4868 by June 15th extends your deadline further to October 15th. Note that the payment deadline is still April 15th regardless of where you live. Second, self-employed individuals with a SEP-IRA. Filing an extension is a legitimate planning strategy because it allows you to make your SEP-IRA contribution as late as October 15, 2026. The 2026 contribution limit is up to $70,000. Waiting until after your books are finalized lets you determine your exact net self-employment income and maximize the contribution. Third, military in combat zones. Active duty members receive automatic extensions of at least 180 days after leaving the zone, covers both filing and payment. No Form 4868 required. Fourth, disaster area taxpayers. If your address is in a federally declared disaster area, the IRS typically grants automatic filing and payment relief. Check irs.gov/newsroom. Here is everything consolidated into one reference you can come back to. Key dates: April 15, 2026, file your extension, make your estimated payment. June 15, 2026, Americans abroad automatic deadline. October 15, 2026, your final extended filing deadline. Write that in your calendar right now. Key numbers. Failure to file penalty is 5% per month. Filing the extension eliminates this entirely. Failure to pay is 0.5% per month. This continues until you pay, regardless of the extension. The 90% safe harbor. Pay at least 90% of your 2025 total tax liability by April 15th. Minimum penalty after 60 days late, $525 or 100% of taxes owed, whichever is smaller. Key links. File at irs.gov/freefile. Pay at irs.gov/payments. Verify your state's rules at your state revenue website. Your 5-step action plan for today. File the extension. Pay your estimate. Verify your state requirements. Set the October 15th calendar reminder. And follow up on missing documents. Every one of those steps is free and can be completed in the next 30 minutes. That is your complete guide to filing a tax extension before April 15th. File for free at irs.gov/freefile. Pay your estimate at irs.gov/payments. Do both today. If this helped you, subscribe to Gold Cipher, new financial intelligence every week.